All right, so if you're a Kent Business College apprentice, you already know skill S29 is a big deal. It's one of those final hurdles for your level 6 apprenticeship. But what does applying continuous improvement really mean? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break it down step by step so you can absolutely crush it. So, let me introduce you to Jody. She's a fantastic project controls apprentice over at IBIS Stores. She's smart, she's on top of her game, and she's been nailing pretty much every part of her apprenticeship. But there's just one skill left, one that feels a little abstract, and that skill is S29. Yep, that's her final challenge, skill S29. It's all about this idea of continuous improvement, using new tech and learning from the past. But how do you actually do that? How do you take a sentence from a textbook and make it something real you can show your assessor? That's the puzzle we're gonna solve today. So Jody's feeling a little stuck. She sits down with her mentor, Adam, who gives her some great advice. He says, look, before you start doing anything, you first have to really understand what this is all about. So let's start there. Step 1, let's decode this thing. Okay, here is the official textbook definition. Continuous improvement is the ongoing effort to improve project processes, methodologies, and outcomes. I mean, it's correct, but it's also a little dry, right? It doesn't exactly get you excited to jump in. So Adam, seeing Jody's expression, just simplifies it. He gives her this amazing analogy. He says, Jody, don't make it complicated. Just think of it like a software update for your projects. And just like that, it all starts to make sense. And this visual just nails it, doesn't it? Think about it. Your project version 1.0. It's probably got a bunch of manual tasks, you might be making the same mistakes over and over, and maybe there's a bit of guesswork involved. But when you apply S29, you get to version 2.0. Suddenly, you got automation, you're actually learning from your mistakes, and your decisions are backed by real data. It's a massive upgrade. So this software update really breaks down into 3 key parts. First, you've got to be using new technologies, things like AI or BIM. Second, you have to systematically incorporate lessons learned. I mean, really learn from them so you don't make the same mistakes twice. And third, you have to be the one driving the improvement, not just waiting for things to break. So Jody gets it now, but understanding is only half the battle. She needs a plan of attack. And this is where her mentor Adam and her coach Olivia team up to give her a super clear, step-by-step roadmap to actually build this skill. And here it is, their 5-step action plan. It's designed to take her from feeling like an apprentice to thinking like a pro. Step 1, understand? Check, she's done that. Now it's time to apply, incorporate, drive, and finally to lead. It's like a ladder to mastering this skill, and Jody is ready to climb. So, to get started on step 2, apply, a perfect opportunity just lands in her lap. Her manager, Riddle, is kicking off a new marketing project, and Jody immediately sees a way to bring in some of that emerging tech she's been learning about. And look at this. She doesn't just walk in and say, hey, we should use AI. No way. She creates this detailed evaluation. She recommends they implement predictive analytics and automated reporting right away, but suggests they hold off on sentiment analysis for a later version. This is exactly what assessors want to see. Practical, thought-out application. Okay, Jody is making some amazing progress, but her coach, Olivia, steps in with a crucial piece of advice. She says, Jody, remember the golden rule of apprenticeships. If it's not documented, it never happened. So the next big phase is building that rock-solid evidence portfolio for Aptum. Olivia gives Jody this super simple checklist, and it's brilliant. That table Jody made about AI, well, that's your emerging technology report. The email you wrote up about what went wrong last quarter, that's a lessons learned report. The plan to fix it? Continuous improvement plan. And the data that proves it worked? That's your project performance data. See? It all connects. And I really want to pause on this because it is so important. All the amazing work you do, all your great ideas, that's only half the story. For your apprenticeship, the other half, the half that gets you qualified, is proving it with the right documentation. Every action needs to create a piece of evidence. Okay, so with a fantastic portfolio of evidence all ready to go, Jody is now prepared to face the final boss, the endpoint assessment, the EPA. This is it, the moment she has to prove she really knows her stuff. So the assessor might ask a question that sounds a whole lot like this one. It's a classic S29 question, right? It's designed to see if you can connect the dots from what you learned in the past
to how you made things better in the future. It's not a trick, but it needs a really structured answer.
And here is Jody's perfect answer. Just listen to how she frames it. She starts with the problem, which she identified in her lessons learned report. Then she talks about the solution, which she proposed in her tech report. And she finishes with a clear, measurable result. They came in 5% under budget. Bam.
Let's just break that down, because that is the secret sauce. First, it was specific. She mentioned the exact project and quarter. Second, she directly referenced her evidence. She's literally telling the assessor which documents to look at in her portfolio. And third, and this is the most important part, she showed measurable impact with real numbers. That is the winning formula. So by following that simple plan, by doing the work, and by documenting every step of the way, Jody doesn't just pass her assessment. She completely transforms into a confident professional.
And there she is. She's crossed that finish line. She's not just an apprentice anymore. She is a full-on project controls professional, ready for whatever comes next. You know, this is the real point of the whole story. Mastering S29 isn't about ticking a box. It's about unlocking a career-defining skill. It's a way of thinking that you will bring to every single project you ever work on, making you incredibly valuable to any team.
So Jody's journey gives us the perfect roadmap from being confused to being a master of this skill. And that really only leaves one final question. And this one is for you. When you look at what you're working on right now, what will you improve first?